Around the world, Dubai has garnered a reputation for some of the most expensive and luxurious real estate offerings on the planet. But that's beginning to change as the city embraces affordable housing. Today on Inside AB, we're going to look at what those policies mean. My name is Jeremy Lawrence and I'm joined here by Bernd Boosman. So Bernd, you wrote about these affordable housing plans this week. Tell us what they entail.
Well, it's interesting because now it's kind of the topic of discussion for people that work in the real estate industry, because last year Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid approved they called it an affordable housing policy aimed at low-income families. Now, there wasn't a whole lot of detail, but what they said was that they'd focus on certain strategic sectors in the city and that they would work with developers to encourage them to build more affordable housing. And I thought it was interesting that already in 2017, a lot of the transactions in Dubai could be considered affordable housing. 82% were below 2 million dirhams, and almost half were below under 1 million dirham, and the grand majority were for apartments because that's the logical choice for a budget-conscious buyer.
Okay, what does this mean for a lot of the commuters that live in places like Sharjah?
Well, I recently spoke with an official who said he thinks there might be kind of a reverse migration, because what's happening now, of course, is that a lot of people live in Sharjah and commute into Dubai because the property prices are less in Sharjah. But of course, if you could get affordable property in Dubai, a lot of people won't want to do that commute, which can be very problematic. I'm sure most of our viewers have seen the road on Sharjah going back and forth during commute times. So, I think it's kind of, in a way, part of an economic cycle that, when prices in Dubai go down, people will move here from other Emirates, and when prices go up, of course, people will leave.
Okay. But we need to be clear, don't we, about what affordable housing actually means? I mean, you mentioned 2 million dirhams earlier on. That's still a lot of money.
Well, that's the big question right now, because that's not something that's been defined by the government just yet. Now, around the world, I mean, the standard is that affordable housing means that you won't spend more than 30% of your income on that. But for most people in Dubai, and there are statistics that show this, if you make less than 10,000 dirhams a month, you're more than likely spending more than 30% of your income on housing. So, this is something that still needs to be clarified by the government and, by the real estate developers themselves, because now what's happening is that certain developers kind of bill themselves as affordable housing, but, I mean, affordable to who? That's the question that needs to be clarified in the near future.
Okay, yeah, that's the big question. So what are the next steps forwards with this in this regard?
Well, at the moment, there's still a lot of challenges. There's high cost of land. A lot of developers are still focused more on kind of the kind of iconic buildings that Dubai has become known for. But, I've spoken to people who said, perhaps if there was some incentives in terms of tax breaks, incentives for both the company and maybe even for the buyer. For example, if buyer was given a reason to think he's not here on a short term, that he's here for a long run, they're more likely to buy, of course, because lots of people won't want to buy if they assume that in 2 or 3 years you're gone. So, I mean, it's still unclear what exactly the government will do to incentivize affordable housing, but everyone seems very confident that this is going to happen. I've even heard it called a watershed moment in Dubai's history, that this will, that we're moving in this direction.
Okay, and of course, as we're gearing up to Expo 2020, hundreds of thousands of people coming into the city to live and work here. Many of those are going to be lower income workers who will need affordable housing.
Yeah, so this is something that needs to be addressed very soon, and I'm sure it will. But like you said, I think the bulk of people that move here for Expo-related jobs will be in that segment.
Okay, well, let's wait to see what happens. So, affordable housing, it is being talked about in all seriousness here, and we wait to see what happens. You've been watching Inside AB. Please do join us every weekday at 10 a.m. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do comment and share, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.